Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik.
You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Erik,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hab Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I am joined by...
Erik.
And Kelly.
And this week we watched Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, directed by George Lucas, written by George Lucas and Jonathan Hales, starring Hayden Christensen, Natalie Portman, and Ewan McGregor. IMDb synopsis: 10 years after initially meeting, Anakin shares a forbidden romance with Padme Amidala, while Obi-Wan Kenobi investigates an assassination attempt on the senator and discovers a secret clone army crafted for the Jedi use. For the Jedi. I don't know why I said use. What'd you guys think?
It was all right. This was actually the first full Star Wars movie I've ever seen ever. Not this time around, but so the first movie I seen in high school, I fell asleep. It was on in English class. It was one of the older ones, something about a journey or whatever. We've seen it already. I don't remember the title. I'm sorry, Star Wars friends. I don't know. Anyways, if you were in Miss Mabry's class, you know about it. So I was like, okay, it's time to sleep. Thank you. So this was 2002, and I had a couple of friends that were like, yeah, let's see this movie. We want to go, Kelly? I'm like, sure, I'll go. I didn't tell him I didn't like Star Wars, don't know Star Wars, nothing like that. But I was like, sure, why not? So the main person that I went with to go for didn't go. So I was stuck with two other people.
Awkward.
Yes, it was so awkward because there's this one dude that I've known since kindergarten, actually. But we're not like friends. We're like, oh, hey, remember that one time in first grade you stole my zoo book? That kind of thing. Yeah. And this other girl that I knew of, but regardless, it's just us three. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we're sitting there, and I was like, try not to fall asleep, trying to be like, Kelly, don't do it again. Don't fall asleep. These people are going to be like, that girl fell asleep. So anyways, I think I made it through. And when I rewatched it this time, I remembered the one part that I liked and remembered. I don't remember any of the other part of the movie when I see it, 18 years ago. So, I mean, that's in the back pocket too. It's 18 years. Anyways, the Yoda part, at the end,
oh, yeah,
Yoda's just badass. Yeah, because that Dooku guy, he's kind of jerk, I don't care for him. He's like, oh, I'm better than you are with his lightsabers. And he's like, oh, wise you're not. And he didn't say that. he didn't say that, but, and then he kicked his ass, and that's the Yoda that we all know and love. Because I like more of the character kind of people. I like the older Star Wars, the original, you know what I mean? Like Lost Hope, or wait, not Lost Hope, A New Hope. Sorry.
Those are the new ones.
Whatever.
Hope, yeah. Are you sure that's not the prequel trilogy, Erik? That
Nice.
More like a Lost Hope, man.
Because I like Harrison Ford. I like Chewbacca, and all that. So I'm not really more of the newer ones.
Well, Chewbacca's in the next movie.
Oh, yes.
For about
2
seconds.
Yeah.
So's his dad.
Yeah.
Chewbacca's dad?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just
cool.
guessing they all look alike.
Who is
Chewbacca's
dad? Anyways, go ahead, Kelly.
Chewbacca Senior.
That was that's right. That's pretty much my spiel. That's what I feel about this movie, because I don't know.
After watching this, I never really paid much attention to any of the dialogue when I watched it. I just would zone out and wait for lightsaber fights.
Well, that's what this is. That's part of it.
Yeah. So now I watched it, and I think, first of all, the writing for this is really odd. Anakin and Padme were saying stuff that two people would never say to each other.
Yeah.
It literally was like soap opera. If you watch Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig and Jimmy Fallon do what the hell's it called?
Oh, it's like a quarantine life or
a
something. It's
quarantine
hilarious.
life or something. It's like a fake.
They're all
thing.
doing it from the Zoom, you know.
And they
And
have
everyone's
this like over dramatized love stuff. Like what they needed was somebody like Harrison Ford to just ad lib a more sensible line, because the stuff, and then Anakin with his like up and down voicing, it was like, you know, you could tell he really like he came into. He's a way better actor now than he was then.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's like, oh my God, Padme. And then I love you. And Obi-Wan's being so mean to me. It's not fair.
Yeah, agreed.
It's almost like he was doing like a lusty fucking Don Knotts or something.
Yeah, it was very dramatic.
And I was like, what the, somebody needs to slap that kid in the face or, you know, get him high.
And like, he doesn't have like all the expressions either. It's just like one like
I think he was super nervous.
Yeah.
He seemed to me like he was on the verge of crying the whole time because he was fucking nervous. And I mean, I could see, you know, anybody could understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wouldn't the director be like, "Hey, kid, you gotta smile.
was
You
saying,
gotta."
George Lucas
needed
we're talking about, though.
He needed to just have like one beer in him the whole time, and he would have been so much better. Because his come on line, he would have been like, "You're looking good, girl," instead of, "I thought of you every day since I was a little boy. I was beating my tiny little wiener looking at you." That's what it sounded like to me. I was like,
oh man,
this kid's a freak. There's no 8-year-old boy that looks at a 16-year-old girl that's, you know, when he's 8
Mhm.
and is thinking, I'm gonna marry that or hit that or whatever the hell he was thinking of. That's just
well, but remember the
no.
lines that he threw out. He was like, "You're beautiful. Are you an angel?" All this shit like that constantly as a little kid, dude. He was constantly saying shit like that. So
Kid's a
I
freak.
can believe that he was thinking that way.
maybe Watto was touching him,
That's very possible.
you know. I'm gonna make you a Jedi.
I'm trying to.
Bing!
I'm trying to remember. I can't even remember how I did the Watto voice. I was trying to do it yesterday when I was watching this. And I was like, no, I don't have it. I can't remember it.
Oh yeah, mine wasn't that bad, was it? I can't
Yeah,
really
that's
tell.
alright.
I
You
can't-
you sounded more like the what's his name, Jeb or whatever, the guy that Obi-Wan goes and sees.
Oh
with the
yeah,
mustache.
that's a weird scene.
Yeah.
Like Bob's Burgers,
yeah.
Jeb's Burgers. That's what they base Bob's Burgers off of.
I mean,
That guy. I wish
'cause-
Linda and Louise were there though.
so this once again just kind of carries on the like putting that kind of. It's better. So it's better CG than Phantom Menace, like a lot better. Like you know, but you can still tell. Like same, you know, with Yoda, with Jeb, with fucking Watto, all that stuff. You can definitely tell the fucking CG, the CG of the background with when Anakin and Obi-Wan are talking in Padme's room. There was
Yeah.
pretty bad. That was like you're full on in front of a green screen. Like it just didn't look right. But like nowadays, at least they're doing the fucking practical effects again, where you know Yoda's a fucking puppet and everybody's wearing costumes and shit. Like the guy that what's his name? God damn it, Sean from Shaun of the Dead. Simon Pegg. There's a guy that Simon Pegg plays in the
Yeah, there you go.
You know, he's wearing a suit. You know, he's wearing a costume in that thing, which looks, and that's how like Jeb would have looked way better. I call him Jeb. I don't actually know his name, but he would have looked way better if he was in if it was a costume instead of
Oh
a CG
yeah,
thing.
it should have just been. I don't know. Well, they just didn't know.
Well, they were
They
thinking
think
like, oh
Jurassic
man, we can do
Park-
so much stuff with the CG
Yeah.
now, and they thought.
So
I mean,
let's just
and I
have a
could
guy
tell you,
walk around.
yeah. Well, I can tell you as a kid. I mean, well, I guess I just got out of high school when this came out, huh? Still a kid. Definitely, I enjoyed watching this, and this is one of those movies where I don't have a nostalgia for this movie anymore. Like I remember liking this when I watched it because I was like, "Fuck yeah!" into the Star Wars movie. But watching it now and thinking back on it, I was like, "No, this thing is not very good." There are parts that I like. Like I like the scene on Geonosia when all the lightsabers light up and then the fucking Jedi are running across the arena after the droids. That was fucking awesome, and just that whole battle scene at the end was really cool.
Yeah.
And then the fight between Jango and Obi-Wan, which isn't as good as I remember. It was more of a drop down, you know, fucking like just no holds barred kind of fucking. I'm so tired, punch you. I'm so tired, punch you. That kind of fight instead of like
Yeah.
cool tactics fight.
Yeah.
For some reason, I remember it being way cooler than that, but it was still pretty cool. It was a dude who has no force powers whatsoever, and if you look at the lore, may not actually be a Mandalorian, but just has Mandalorian armor. Taking on a Jedi and surviving pretty well. And it,
I mean, not just a regular Jedi either. Like
No.
one of the best ones.
yeah. I mean,
One
you
of the
see
best-
you see him fighting the best sword fighter and losing handily without a problem, but
Oh yeah. His
when
head fell off.
yeah, very quickly.
He's all shit. Where'd my head go?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And
he's
also
sitting there
the-
looking up at his body, going, "Damn it! I wish I was a droid."
In my mind, I'm wondering if if Lucas was using this to show how shitty jetpacks were for the Mandalorians too, to kind of justify the Boba Fett death. Because it took
yeah.
nothing at all to make the jetpack twice break, on Jango. So I wonder if it was their method of like, well, see, these jetpacks just suck. That's why Boba Fett died. They got these things from Acme products or whatever. What Acme something? What the hell do they call that thing that fucking Wile E. Coyote
Acme
gets his stuff?
rockets.
Yeah, I mean, but what is
Yeah.
it just called Acme? It does not have like an
Yeah.
I want to
extra
say
name on it.
Academy. No, there's not
Yeah.
Academy or anything in it. No, it's just Acme, I guess. Acme,
Yeah.
yeah.
Acme Incorporated.
Yeah.
Acme Inc.
They just get these jetpacks from the same place that Wiley gets his rockets from. So,
Yeah.
because I think if he would have had that, he would have held his ground a little longer against Mace Windu. But there's no fucking way he was going to win against that. The only
That's
way he
one of
could
those
win was
fights
run.
That you just leave. It'd be
Yeah.
like if we were at a bar, or no, fuck that. If we're walking down the sidewalk and we bump into Mike Tyson and he thinks that we did it on purpose and we're dissing him, like even all four of us, the thing to do would be to say sorry and then sprint away.
Yeah, and
because
hope
he's
and,
50 something.
Hope his
and then just
his fucking what's that called? His stamina is really
cardio
low.
is-
Yeah,
Let's just hope his cardio is really bad.
yeah.
I mean, I would probably push Jason down, because Jason's, I think, would be squirrely enough to. All right, that's not true. I've seen Mike Tyson sparring, and Jason would be fucked.
Oh
But,
yeah, Jesus Christ, Tyson was fucking
could get
fast,
away.
dude.
No, you can. There's a video of him sparring now,
Oh, is there?
and he's still a blur. He moves like a fucking blur.
Fucking crazy.
I mean, if he stabbed his girlfriend to death, OJ style, I could definitely see him coming out of it with no stab wounds because he's just be dodging everything. He's a fucking blur. It's like,
Oh man.
what the hell does that guy have? I want some of that. Somebody give me some Mike Tyson DNA. I'll take a few octaves up on my voice. I don't care.
Oh, man.
I could be like, yeah, but if I can fucking dodge a punch like that guy, hell yeah. And anyway, so this movie, holy shit, the writing is weird in this.
Yeah.
Nobody talks like that. If you look at Star Wars, the originals, the not the acting, but the dialogue is all like, obviously there's Star Wars stuff in it, but it's not as dramatic, and it's certainly not as just completely obtuse sounding. I mean, the scene where he's like talking to her about how they'd have to live a lie and blah blah blah. Nobody says that shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, well, we're gonna, we're just gonna have to keep. I mean, how
It's-
many
you mean it's like
people
it's
have
not
secret
Shakespeare?
relationships and just keep it a secret? It's like every single White House guy that's ever been in there's had a side piece.
Well, and
That's
okay,
what they do.
so there's
And
no.
They're not over there going, Joe Biden, blah 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 blah. Listen, we've got to keep our love a secret because if the world, I mean, for fuck's sakes, nobody says that shit.
And
Yeah.
okay, so they both understand how the Force works, at least to a point. There is no
Yeah.
fucking way, even if Anakin can keep the secret, using Force. There's no way Padme can keep that secret. So it's like, what the fuck? People are gonna find out anyways, and obviously, Obi-Wan knows, but nobody else seems to. I guess maybe because the war kind of distracted everybody. But if fucking Yoda just looked at him, at once, they'd be like, oh yeah, no, they're banging. So it's just like, come on. Plus, when she becomes pregnant, the kids are super Force sensitive. The Jedi would sense that immediately. So
Here's the question I want to ask. All right. What was so good about being a quote unquote Jedi, the title, okay, that he can't just be the princess's or the senator's new man and just have all the skills that he has as a Jedi, but not be a Jedi anymore, because he could be like, fuck you. I mean, they can't make him not use his force powers.
I wonder if the Jedi have some real fucked up way to like maybe neuter your force powers.
Oh, I'm sure that's probably what they do. They just murk him. He went to the dark side. We killed him. I mean, I gotta say though, like that would be dumb on their part. Like they should just leave him like they should have just been like, well, he's in love. He's having a fucking rough go. You know what? Let's just let him out of the fucking Jedi Order.
I mean, Ahsoka leaves the order and they don't do anything to her. She
I don't
gets
think
out
they
of there,
do anything to you. I think that they're all. I think that's one of those things in the movie where, why the fuck would he care? They can't take away his lightsaber because he made the fucking thing. It's his property.
Well, he breaks it anyway.
Plus, he can make a fucking another. He can make a fucking other one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you can wander. I mean, look. Okay, look at Jango Fett. Right, he's running around in Mandalorian armor, and everybody thinks he's a Mandalorian. Blah blah blah. You know, I mean, he's stolen valoring the Mandalorians. Anakin Skywalker's already a renowned Jedi Padawan because he saved his like way more experienced elders' ass a bunch of times. They're not going to be like, yeah, that guy sucks. They're just going to be like, yeah, he used to be a Jedi and now he just kills people with his light sword for whatever reason. But it wouldn't be a red light sword, and he wouldn't have murked a whole bunch of Padawans. I mean, look at the kids' lives that could have been saved by Yoda saying, you know what, buddy? I think you should quit the Jedi Order and become her personal do it to her guy, you know, her man, and save her life while she's having to deal with that. And then maybe when he was staying closer to her, I don't think Palpatine could have turned him because he wouldn't have been around. Look at that. I saved everybody so much crap because Palpatine couldn't have done half of the shit he did.
It's true.
You know, because guess what? I mean, what Mace Windu without Anakin there, he would have smoked Palpatine.
Oh, 100%. He was winning, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, speaking of Palpatine, he totally set up the fucking Sand People capturing Shmi, right? I mean,
definitely.
There's, you know, that was the beginning of like Anakin's fall to the fucking dark side right there.
Fucking some guy from Mos Eisley probably had a fucking camcorder on it. Palpatine's probably beating his old gross meat to her getting fucking slapped and beat up.
Well, I could
He's
see
over there like, yes, Anakin's mother, take it.
I can kind of see
stepfather.
I could see Watto just fucking selling her out to like, you know, this kind of thing. Like, yeah, I know where I sold her to this fucking dude out there.
Camera.
Yeah, he totally is. He would. Fucking Annie. Let's see. Hold on. Can I get it? Your Jedi powers don't work on me.
Slap her in the face more.
Oh, you're a Jedi, aren't you, Annie? Little Annie. You got
use your knuckles.
Get them, you Tusken Raider bastard.
Yeah.
I lost it.
He's like less teeth. Oh, fucking asshole.
Those Tusken Raiders don't give a shit. Come on, man. They got teeth all the way around. They got those fucking.
Well, I don't know.
mouth things.
Here's the other deal, right? Like, say I'm Anakin Skywalker and they tried to brainwash me. Good luck with that, fellas. Just because I'm way too hard-headed for that bullshit. And I'm having dreams about my mother, slave or not, getting murked. Okay, on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I would be like, you know what? Hey Yoda, what the fuck are these weird dreams I'm having? And he'd be like, well, they might be the future, blah blah blah. And I'd be like, oh, they might be. It's weird. I just got this distress call from Tatooine. Somebody powerful and important needs my help there. Bye. And then I just go get her.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they'd be like, oh, you stole a slave. Yeah, I took my mom away from slavery, so fuck off. Do you want me to use my lightsaber on you? Is that what we're doing here?
Well, you got to deactivate. Although Anakin has technical ability, you got to deactivate that explodey chip in her head too. So.
Oh, he definitely could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, just use the Force and just rip it out of there.
Yeah, that'd be safe.
Yeah, I mean, they got it in there.
Probably not great. Probably not in a very good way either. Oh man, this fucking thing. I forgot what I was
I
gonna
mean,
say. God damn it.
just the acting. This movie, if okay, I have never said this before, but I'm 99.9% sure that if Michael Bay directed this movie, it would have been way better. Because it just would have been like lightsaber fight, blah, and then
Oh.
another lightsaber fight, blah,
Even though
starship battle, blah,
even though you don't care for Michael Bay
explosion.
movies.
Oh, starship battle, more explosion, lightsaber fight in the explosion. And then somebody would have been like, my ass hurts. Lightsaber fight, explosion, Transformer.
Robots in disguise.
And then Megan Fox as a Tusken Raider. Oh God. You know,
Oh man.
that would
You
have
know,
been
if the Tusken Raiders would have used their fucking cycle rifles against Anakin, they probably could have taken him out. I'm just saying, those fucking lightsabers don't work well against projectiles. So
I know they don't in Battlefront.
yeah, they're not. I
whoop
mean,
your
that's the
ass
whole
in
point. Is like
Battlefront.
that you block.
Yeah.
That's why the Mandalorian uses a fucking that crazy cycle rifle thing that like evaporates people. You know. Besides the fact that it evaporates people, it also, I imagine, probably works pretty well against the Jedi. Because you're going to block that thing, the projectile is just going to heat up, maybe melt, but it's going to still hit you. It's going to go right through. You
Yeah.
have to stop that shit in the air. And if enough of them fired at once, Anakin doesn't stand a chance. Come on.
Yeah.
But Tusken
mean-
Raiders are dumb, so.
He could also use like all of the force abilities they never fucking used in the movies, like force push,
Yeah.
force speed, force whatever the hell fucking Kylo Ren uses.
Well,
force crybaby.
You see a lot of force pushing in that last battle. Like to save. Okay,
Yeah.
that's one thing that I find, or that's not one thing. That's one of the things I find dumb about that last battle. You have these fucking, you have these Jedi who have never once met C-3PO and somehow save his fucking life instead of just blasting his head off like every other fucking droid out there. How the fuck do they know that he's a good droid? They don't know. They don't know who the fuck C-3PO is. Droids don't have the force stuff in them. I mean, you can sense a little bit, but you know they don't know good or evil when it comes to a droid. So it's like you don't
tell just by how he walks.
He was in a fucking what's it called, a B1 body, so it was like you're not gonna fucking know. And yet these Jedi who've never met him, one pushes him over, another one deflects a blast to knock the head off of his body instead of just slashing a fucking protocol
that is
droid's body in
ridiculous.
half. It was like, come
that's
on.
so weird.
It's fucking dumb. That one that used the blast to knock the head off would have just cut the fucking body in half like he did with all the other droids he ran across. And the other one wouldn't have given a shit about trying to knock it over and put a super battle droid on top of it. You know, it's just, come
Wouldn't
on.
it be funny to see one of them stab him right between the butt cheeks and have it come out so it looks like a dick for a split second?
He's got a laser
and
dick.
have him look down and go, "Oh my," or whatever the hell he says.
How does that get there?
Yeah.
From now on, C-3PO wants a laser dick. He's just walking around like,
Yeah.
I need a laser dick, guys. Come on.
We'll talk for laser dick.
Yeah.
He's got a little sign on there.
I'll translate for laser dick, please.
Translations for laser dick.
He needs
you
to go
know.
to fucking Jabba the Hutt. Jabba will give him a laser dick if he
I mean,
translates for him.
what they needed instead of the beginning of the Clone Wars, they needed to just have the fucking Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit.
Well, we did have the Clone Wars. The
Nobody
animated
fucking
series is really
cares.
good.
Yeah, the one that Jendi Tartovsky and the other one
Yeah.
were great. The one,
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see General Grievous be in a whole bunch. Like, you know what I wanted was this to be the fucking animated little thing with almost nothing in it, and then a movie all about General Grievous just murking Jedi's.
Well, yeah, and then we
having it be
see
kind of a horror
like
movie.
his end. We see where fucking Mace goes in there and chokes his
Yeah.
fucking heart out,
Yeah,
fucks his lungs
that'd be
up. And
awesome.
Stuff. Yeah.
Instead of having it be a cartoon, which is a great cartoon, and I'm glad that it's canon.
Yes.
You know, because it really shows that Mace Windu is way fucking more powerful than stupid Palpatine.
Yeah. Well, that's like
So-
that's Dave Filoni right there. I guess they've kind of made him the new Star Wars, like the way what's his name Feige is with the Marvel stuff. I think Filoni's getting that same kind of thing where he's going to be the Bible holder on Star Wars stuff. So hopefully that fixes movies in the future and stuff. Makes them better.
Well, before Sam Jackson gets old and infirm, they need to make a Mace Windu movie
God,
where you see what happens to him, and he's got 2 robot hands.
I want crazy
can-
Mace Windu fucking running around the fucking lower levels of Coruscant. Like we see somebody, maybe like a bounty hunter or like somebody like trying to find
All the
like
troopers.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just like I'm
Yeah.
thinking like somebody who hears stories of some crazy man in the lower levels of Coruscant, fucking 1313. Just throw 1313 back in there, because that's the game that was supposed to come out where you're playing as Boba Fett. But throw that some kind of story of some crazy fuck running around stopping crime in the lower levels and shit like that, and like you find Mace Windu, fucking crazy ass beard, old as fuck, with 2 robot hands and his awesome purple lightsaber, just taking motherfuckers out. And he just he was already in that area of gray, anyways, like him, fucking Qui-Gon, even Dooku was a gray Jedi, like, and he became a gray Sith. He wasn't like full on the dark
That's
side
why his
shit.
eyes never turned, and he didn't have any weird mouth, and his lightsaber wasn't even red.
Yeah, because his whole thing was he believed that the
Yeah.
Jedi were hampering themselves by like blinding themselves by not accepting both sides. He didn't think that the way that they were doing stuff. Plus, just the fact that they were he was also hyper racist. He hated the other races, like anything but it wasn't human. So his idea, like his whole plan, was to fucking become the hero of the Empire and be able to kind of persecute all the alien races. That's why all those people were the leaders, and he was just kind of off in the shadows as much as he could.
So funny. I bet. So if that was real life, he'd definitely be banging Twi'leks, because that'd be his kink.
Oh, of course.
He hates them, and he's just banging the shit out of them. Because that's how it turns out for those weirdos.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like.
Well, then he takes on Ventress as his fucking his apprentice. Which, she's a fucking Zabrak. So.
Like Mace Windu's form is like basically banned in the Jedi Order, because you're supposed to like absorb some of the dark side energy of your opponent.
Yeah.
And then channel it back at them, and it's like a super aggressive. It's basically like starts getting into the Sith lightsaber forms, but it's not quite, and it works really good. And I don't know, I think it'd be cool to see that movie. And you want to talk about a good thing for like seeing Sam Jackson as a Jedi would be awesome.
Yeah, be
great.
amazing.
You could make a great story out of it. You could have him, be a hero who's been stuck dealing with the shit that is left over after all the during the aftermath. And I think it'd be cool. And it would be, and we could get away from some of these great big weirdo things with just off in the tulip stuff.
Well, I think that would be a good way to throw in like Ahsoka, like maybe Ahsoka goes and trains with him for a little while. Maybe Ezra shows up from Rebels, because he's a pretty badass Jedi that disappears at the end of Rebels and stuff. So
what they need to do is just make a mini series that's like The Mandalorian that Jon Favreau directs, that's got Sam Jackson in it and Ahsoka. Like maybe Ahsoka finds him, sees him in the Force, finds him, nurses him back to health. He trains her some more in fighting, and then he just is like, you know what? Fuck the Jedi Order. Nobody came to back me up, except for whatever the hell that one.
Mundi.
Yeah, and they suck. So F them.
Yeah.
I mean, Yoda didn't bother going. Like, there's a bazillion other guys that could have came too. Like, why? If you suspect somebody of being the Dark Lord of the Sith, you don't just go with you and some like half rate. I mean, like fucking Obi-Wan would have been a better choice.
Yeah.
Because he, one of all the lore, I mean, this is ridiculous that I've read this much, but like he was really good at the defensive lightsaber stuff.
Yeah.
Like he was a master at it. Nobody could, like, if he didn't want anybody to hit him, they weren't hitting him. He wasn't great at like kicking their ass, but he could definitely turtle,
Yeah.
And so he could have been over there distracting him, and stupid fucking Palpatine just tricks Anakin, and I don't know, their whole like not letting you have any Stan agrees, not letting them have any significant others or do anything with life seems like a recipe for disaster.
So what's weird about that is they totally do when it comes to certain races too. Like the Kiadi Mundi guy has 2 wives because of the way their race is. Like I don't think there's a lot of males or something like that. So they allow him to have wives and stuff like that. So it's like it's shown right there that it's just bullshit the way what they're saying. Like it doesn't unless they have like they don't have the like the attachment. But if you read the comics and comic books and stuff like that, they fully have that like emotional attachment to their wives and stuff. So it's not like a they're just there to procreate and that's it, kind of thing. He fully loves his wives and stuff. So it's like it's shown right there that the emotions is not what turns somebody. I feel like you're going to turn people way more often when you fucking deny them shit that like that,
Well,
and teach them how to deal with it.
Yeah, they're forcing Anakin and other people who have love interests into hiding and or lying about a part of themselves that is like a completely natural part of being a human being, or probably any sentient being that that's going to have feelings at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're a lizard guy, yeah, it's like I don't give a shit. I'll just lay it. I can just jizz all over some eggs and then they'll make babies.
That's why the Moncal love being Jedi. Doesn't really matter. Just put the eggs in there.
Splooge on some eggs once in a while, and it'll make some kids that I never see. You know,
Akbar's like fuck yeah. Except Akbar totally knew his kids. So,
So the thing is, this whole story would have went completely different if the Jedi outlook was, oh yeah, you can totally have a wife and kids. Here's the other thing, just for reinforcing their ranks. What's going to be better? A kid who's never seen any of that stuff at all and has gets basically abducted out of their house, or a kid whose dad is there and they're just basically going to work with their dad, learning how to be a Jedi.
Yeah.
Especially if they're going to work, learning how to be a Jedi and maybe not getting trained by their dad, but they're around it. And, that would be really good. Cause then, there's I just think that'd be better because they're around it, they live in it, and they can see, their dad can help them like Spartans, instead of, I mean, I don't know, instead of like, we're gonna hide our love, Padme. I love you so much. It makes me sick to my tummy when I think about you.
It's like, I love you almost as much as I hate sand.
Yeah.
Well, do you think they were just trying to draw in more women with that kind of stuff? Like, I'm a woman. I like certain romance movies and TVs, but not like your typical what he was doing. I know what real love is like. It's not like that.
I don't know. Even George Lucas is kind of hard to tell. That guy's a fucking weirdo too. I mean,
I think George Lucas is gonna trip and fall down. And it's going to turn out that he's a fucking Soliston that's pretending to be a person.
Well, he does have all those weird skin flaps on his face.
He does, doesn't he?
He's a fucking hut, man. He doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough skin flaps up higher. I mean, Yeah, Lucas is just a fucking weirdo. I don't know. He's Have you ever heard him talk? It's kind of, I don't know. He's just got a weird voice. He looks odd. He's got a weird fucking huge under chin thing, and just I don't know. He's got weird ideas on stories and stuff.
I mean, I feel like if the dialogue was written by Quentin Tarantino, it would have been a lot better movie.
Yeah.
Just because there would have been some crazy rants. Somebody would have talked about quarter pounders. And if somebody else was directing it, we could have had less weird stuff in it. But we could have had some better dialogue, because the dialogue in this is just bizarre. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
That's what's great about The Mandalorian is if you really look at it, there's barely any dialogue. And the dialogue that's there makes sense for the story. And it's not bizarre. There's no I like the fact that he's yeah, I don't need another chick. Beat it, buddy. And then he just looks after the little guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He's looking after the little dude. And I think this actually could have just done better. Genndy Tartakovsky's The Clone Wars didn't have a lot of dialogue either. That's the move. We go back, we rewrite this, no dialogue, just some looks and a lot more sword fighting.
Yeah.
And you know what? Was there any starship battles in this? I don't remember.
There was none.
Yeah,
the most
that's
you get
bullshit.
is most you get is at
Star
the
Wars
end.
my ass. There's not even one Star Wars fight or fucking space fighter fight. That's bullshit. There should have been like 15 in that son of a bitch.
Yeah, the most you get is at the end with the big battle when the drop ships are or the gunships are blasting the Trade Federation spheres. And that's about the only thing you get. But that's not star battles. That's just a little bit of on planet stuff, which, don't get me wrong, was awesome, but there was not any space battles or anything. Oh no, there was one. Sorry, there's one. When Jango and Boba are running from but that's not really so okay, that whole thing. Oh yeah, here we go. There's there's their slave one. I got that fucking Hot Wheels thing. That's awesome. Anyways, that fucking ship, those guns on the front must be weak as fuck because they hit every fucking shot against Obi-Wan's ship and nothing happened. Or Obi-Wan's got some amazing
Obi-Wan's
shields.
Fucking force shielding is what he's doing.
Weakening himself by using the shield because that's like the way that thing was firing was just like it was just hitting every fucking shot.
Pew, pew. I almost feel like Boba Fett should have just been there like, "Hey Dad, I got him." Pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
Pew 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 pew. And he's like, "Are you shooting your laser pointer at it?" Yeah, Dad.
Fucking gets in Obi-Wan's eyes and he fucks up.
He just hammers the asteroid and he's like, "Geez, Dad, you suck."
I love that those concussion bombs, those seismic bombs.
Yeah, that's
those
really
are
cool.
Just a really cool sound. Obviously, no sound in space, but still really cool. Just I don't know. I always like those things. Yeah.
And then it just destroys a bunch of shit.
Yeah, it just fucks everything up.
George Lucas calls up Michael Bay on the phone. What kind of noise should I use for these seismic bombs? And Michael Bay's like, "Blah."
Yeah.
Fast
he does it himself.
Yeah. He just records it.
I need it a little deeper. Can you do that?
I mean, could you imagine a Ridley Scott directed Star Wars directed this? It'd still be better because it's just the whole thing would be General Grievous fucking everybody up.
Yeah, it'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah,
we don't even get.
I don't know. They need
time.
to not have the space opera crap in it. Because
Yeah.
if you look at the first three, there's like a little bit of weird stuff with Luke and Leia and Han.
Yeah.
But it's not. It takes up maybe 5 minutes of screen time.
And it goes away it goes away really quick. So.
And there's a lot of like just jovial, like Luke and Han, or not Luke and Han, Leia and Han, like back and forth. Like you can tell that she's kind of got the hots for him. But, and he's just like, yeah, of course she wants to bang me. I'm fucking Harrison Ford. Who doesn't want to bang this guy?
Also, it's a little weird, especially since they made this now. Like, yes, Amidala does step up and like go, no, we're fucking going and saving Obi-Wan. But she hides most of the fucking movie. There's no fucking way you're getting Leia to hide at all, anytime.
No.
At all. And that was made in the fucking 70s. So it's like, it's a little weird to like make this newer movie and be like, nah, the main female lead is going to. Yeah. The main female lead is going to hide almost the whole time. So also that first explosion is a bunch of shit because it fucking happens from the inside of the ship. Fucking, what I don't remember all the fucking bullshit, the conspiracy theory thing on 9/11 stuff, but still, that explosion happens inside the ship. When it blows up, when Padme's landing on Coruscant, and her handmaiden dies and stuff like that. How the fuck the bomb get inside? Like, why the fuck is it like somebody else? You're like saying that this the what's her name, the changeling lady somehow got a bomb inside the ship. Like, I can understand if we saw like a little like droid go beep 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 beep, and fly in past them. It's so small that you wouldn't be able to see it, but we see it on the screen kind of thing. But there is no indication that that happens. So maybe the whole fucking landing pad should have blown up instead of the inside of the ship blowing up.
Here's my thinking. If you're Jango Fett and you know that she uses decoys, which I think is like kind of common knowledge.
Well, yeah, she used it.
Why wouldn't he
the
just
fucking
use
Trade
a
Federation
cycler
would have known
rifle
for sure.
Or a cycler rifle and just get up somewhere and just shoot all the women there.
Well, I wonder if he didn't want to be directly involved with it, like because he hired it out. Like Django was hired.
Kind of a shitty bounty
I don't know.
hunter
That's
subs out his work.
because he was hired by the Trade Federation to take out Padme, and he hired the changeling to do it.
He's like, Boba's got a ballet recital I got to get to, so I got somebody else have to
That's
take
hilarious.
care of this.
Yeah. Well, and it would make more sense if
tape it.
yeah. It would make more sense if Django stayed on Camino, but he fucking is on Coruscant also. Just fucking do it yourself then.
Yeah, what the hell's he doing?
I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, a little dumb.
I mean, he could have just landed there and been like, pew pew. I killed both of the ladies there. One of them is definitely her,
For sure.
and then she's dead. You know.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sure there's a big enough rocket launcher bomb thing that could have blown all 3 of those ships up right there and not worried about it. Because who knows which ship she was in? You know. Just take them all out. He could have used one of those seismic things.
To do exactly what, because here's the thing, Palpatine didn't actually want to kill her. What he wanted to do was make people think that somebody was trying to kill her.
So that he could put Anakin with her, to put that fucking hole. He loves her so much that he doesn't want her to die, so that he can push the dark side thing and then kill his mom and all that stuff. That's right, yeah. And you can see
I just watched the last fucking Star Wars thing. He could just bring her back to life.
Definitely.
Fucking if Rey could do it with no training, and then Ben Solo could do it with no training, guess what? Fucking he could definitely do it because he's better than both of those 2 turds.
Yeah.
Okay, probably not. He's probably right on their level, but he could definitely do it. So that means that he's just, you know what it is? Anakin is too much of a person who looks for an authority to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
That proves it. You shouldn't ever listen to what authority tells you to do. Just don't do it. Don't wait for them to tell you how to do it. Figure it out.
Well, and you see, like, you can tell that Dooku had orders not to kill Anakin also. Because he cuts his fucking arm off and then kind of looks at him all sad, He's like, oh, poor kid, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, he definitely didn't want to do that. He didn't want to kill Obi-Wan. He stayed back and, didn't murder Obi-Wan before everything happens, too.
Dooku's looking at him like, I wish I knew what it was like to lose a duel.
Yeah. I kicked all these guys' ass.
I'm going to fucking show you.
Yeah.
Although he did really fucking good against Yoda.
Oh, definitely.
It wasn't a blowout.
I think like Dooku is up there in the top few that are fucking amazing with lightsaber.
I think he should have just look at the hero Dooku would have been if he just fucking was like, you know what, Palpatine, you're an asshole. I fucking kicked your ass.
Yeah. Well, and you put him against fucking Mace Windu. It could have been a really good fight too. So
yeah. Well, I really think that Dooku could have taken out Palpatine.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know what the hell. Like, look at the fucking hero that he would have been if after all this showed up. Like, I mean, this movie would have been kind of. I mean, obviously, you lose the main villain, so that sucks. Okay, yeah. But I'm just saying. Okay, actually, the Sith now they just can't do it without killing the fucking. Actually, that's where the clones come in, right? So he figures out, like, he just was like, man, this fucking Palpatine guy's doing all this fucking really shady stuff, and here I am because I think Count Dooku's motives are kind of good.
Well, yeah, like I said, he's trying to bring peace to the galaxy. He doesn't like all this bickering in the fucking Senate, and he thinks that plus, but like I said, he is racist as fuck. He had motives of like he wanted the humans to be supreme over all other races. So there was the racism stuff there.
Let's say maybe he had like a period where he was like he's seen like Darth Maul, and he's like, wow, this guy's pretty fucking good. I guess he is. Maybe my racist crap is bullshit.
Yeah.
Or even better, he falls in love with Ventress, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, Palpatine is doing some really crappy stuff, and he's just having a lot of people get killed. You know what? I'm kicking his ass. He could have literally just drug his dead body up and been like, I found the Lord of the Sith.
Just like a light side swap again.
Yeah, I fucking did it on purpose. Look what I did. Isn't that great? No more Dark Lord of the Sith. Woo! And then Darth Maul could have been the bad guy.
Darth Maul is way better bad guy too, especially after he gets his fucking body cut in half. So
Yeah, I know. But that would kind of wreck the fact that they already did the other movies.
Yeah.
But then actually would be cool is if Darth Maul cloned, accidentally started the Palpatine cloning process, and then Palpatine just fucking shows back up, and they're all like, "Wait, didn't you fucking kill that guy?" You know,
Yeah.
Palpatine's like, "I'm a Dark Lord of the Sith." You know, the power.
Unlimited power.
You know, feel your hatred rise with the power.
Oh man, I feel like it was kind of a shitty move to like get a fucking fully like trained like what's that called, a senior Jedi as your fucking apprentice too. Like you're just asking for yourself to be taken out real quick. Like that's the whole that's the whole Sith thing is like the apprentice is supposed to take out the master. The only things that Sidious was able to was going to show Dooku was how to use fucking Force lightning and those dark side powers. And I doubt Sidious is going to show him all those things, because Sidious does not seem like the type. Well, he isn't. He's not the type to fucking train
Dooku's
up.
Fucking lightsaber dueling is so like if you watch Dooku versus Yoda, he's not even breaking a sweat. He's just like,
yeah, and he's like fucking 80 years old.
Are you kidding me? You still fucking suck this bad? I really wish he was better. Like, okay, you have never seen Conor McGregor, but if you ever watch him trash talk, I kind of wish he trash talk like that.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, look at you. You're already tired, Yoda. Look at you flip around. You
pretty
can't even touch
entertaining.
me. Can't touch this. Look at this. You can't touch shit. What are you doing, buddy? You suck. You still suck this bad? Get them all worked up.
Yeah.
You know?
You think you could get Yoda worked up though? I don't know if you could.
Oh, you definitely could. You start calling him like little green man, making fun of his tiny wiener.
He's a pretty calm dude though. I don't know if you could. I think it'd be pretty difficult.
Even still waters, you can like just put a bunch of ice in it and turn it all shitty. You know? You just get a big shit bomb in there and you just start after it. You could figure out something. That guy, everybody's got a weak spot. Although he is 900 years old. And
that might be the weak spot.
look how old you are, Yoda. Man, you're old. You
old
just break
motherfucker.
out some like really goofy sounding stuff. Oh, you're so old. Look how slow you're getting. I'm not even tired. I'm an 80-year-old guy just kicking your 900-year-old ass. Look at you, you stupid turtle man. I bet you bang turtles, don't you, Yoda?
Oh man. But
Over
yeah,
there
so
on
like
Earth banging Galapagos turtles.
So Sidious is not the type of dude Palpatine is not the type of dude to train his apprentices all the way up. Like he is not there to perpetuate the fucking rule of two where the apprentice is supposed to become stronger than the master and then kill the master. He is there to fucking just get his agenda through, because so with Maul, he only trains Maul how to fight. He doesn't train Maul in the ways of the Force as much as he can.
Yeah.
Like Maul doesn't force lightning. He doesn't use any of that stuff. He just seethes and gets angry and gets stronger. But he doesn't do much more than augment his own body with the Force, where he could have been doing so much more. With Dooku, he didn't have to train him in any fucking sword stuff, but he taught him some, weak ass lightning and stuff like that.
Maybe.
And that was about all. Yeah.
Maybe he taught him that shit.
Well, yeah, it's very possible that Dooku learned that, and because he was already kind of, like I said, he was already in the gray area, so it's possible he knew how to do that. Like Qui-Gon probably knew how to do that shit too. So, and then you see he fucking Sidious gets new apprentices constantly and throws them against Darth Vader to try to kill him. So it's like, okay, yeah, you're trying to build up the strength to see who's stronger out of these two apprentices, but he doesn't.
He put Vader in a limp, crappy body on purpose.
Yeah, something that he couldn't power up to take him out right away.
General fucking Grievous's body that he could put Anakin in, and instead, what's he do? He puts him in the fucking Tin Man from Wizard of Oz body, where he can't bend his arms or his legs. He's like a Kenner doll versus the fucking awesome Spider-Man action figure. He's like fucking breeze, like doing cool ass poses and stuff. And meanwhile, the Kenner Batman's like just holds his fists out and is like, like leaning forward, pow, pow. He's hitting him like fucking Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And could you imagine Anakin with a goddamn Grievous body, even with just two arms?
Oh, he'd fuck some stuff up, man. He fucks stuff up as what he is. He fucks stuff up. So just just seeing him being able to move faster would be ridiculous.
Nightmare fuel.
Nobody
That
would
be the
ever be able to do
scariest
anything.
fucking thing in the world. Watching him fucking run outside of a ship with
Yeah.
his lightsaber out, just like reefing ships into other ships with the Force. Everybody'd be pooping their pants.
Oh,
It'll be
God.
like, who is this Darth fucking the scariest guy ever? Like, imagine this, right? Instead of, he's standing there and his lightsaber comes on and then he slowly trots at the guys, deflecting lightsaber shots, which is scary in its own like inevitability way,
Yeah.
which is you're trapped in this little room with this fucking guy who's walking at you and he's going to kill you. But let's go this a different angle, right? You're in the ship, you're waiting for him to clear, right? And instead of him turning his lightsaber on, he blasts through the fucking side of the ship with his lightsaber on, turns it on, and then he runs along the side of the thing or the top at full fucking sprint speed, just fucking spinning his hand, just everybody's body parts are just flying around.
I'm just thinking of like, could you imagine? Okay, so you have a fucking a rebel ship sitting out there. You got another one, like you got a Mon Cal fucking Home One sitting there, and then you see one of those Hammerhead ships a little ways away, and you see a fucking red, come on, and just a big scar start appearing across the fucking ship as he's like venting half the ship with just a lightsaber, cutting through everything and shit like that, pulling people out of the ship with the Force through the metal.
Yeah, that'd be fucking terrifying. Even worse, I'm Luke Skywalker flying my stupid little X-Wing. Oh, hey, Red 5, watch out, guys. And then you just see a fucking red blur fly at you. And you're like, Red 5, what the hell is that? And then just the front of your ship is cut in half and you're just like plummeting at the Death Star.
Yeah.
That's like, I poop my pants.
Just
Vader's
him
just
leaping,
gonna
him just leaping ship to ship to fucking wipe them out, all these little fighters.
That would be the scariest shit ever.
Well, and we've seen like guys like fucking so I don't know, I don't think it's canon, but like Star Killer and stuff like that. Fucking is that his name? Yeah, that's his name. Fucking pulling like Star Destroyers out of the fucking sky. So Vader definitely has that kind of power. He's definitely got some fucking like pulling, if at the very least pulling fucking X-Wings or, wide wings out of the fucking sky, just pulling them in. So he just sits out there and just starts pulling shit down. I mean, the fucking Death Star wouldn't have, there's no way. He would have been able to take him out.
Well, what would be better, in my opinion, like if you could just redo the whole series, right?
Yeah.
What you do?
We'll see it. We'll see in about 40 years. I'm sure they'll redo the whole thing.
Well, what would be cool though is instead of Palpatine even surviving, like let's say Mace Windu kills Palpatine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Dooku just annihilates Anakin, cuts him to ribbons, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh shit, Palpatine's dead. I need an apprentice." And he's in that robot factory. He puts him into Grievous's body. So then it's Dooku and Anakin, not as like, I'm the master and you're the apprentice. Like I'm the partner guy. I'm A and you're B. We're a team. And then you just see Grievous shit and fucking Dooku doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Oh, that was the other thing that Dooku
full on sprinting with the sweet robot body.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing
there's
Dooku was talking about, was thinking of, though, was that he wanted to reignite the Sith Empire and get rid of the rule of two anyways. He was hoping to fucking bring about a new age of gray Sith running around, keeping peace across the galaxy, and all that shit. But, don't fucking deny both sides of the Force kind of thing. So, like the Jedi have been
what
doing
he could
forever.
do is make a whole new order called the Dookies. Where they're just gray, and they're like, we're gray Dookies.
They still might be number 2.
It sounds pretty bad, but don't worry, we're good. And anyways, I just think that'd be cool because you could have Luke and Leia. Oh, that's what it was. So you could have Vader and Dooku doing some stuff, but then you could have him like obviously realizing that he had impregnated Amidala when she has kids. And he can't see them because she's like, F you, bro. You turn into a bad guy. Right?
Yeah.
So then Luke is like 20 years old and he's getting trained by Yoda. And then he fights Luke and can kill him. and then he has a change of heart and turns into a good guy, and that would be the redemption story that everybody wants to see, where he turns good and then helps fight like Darth Maul and Dooku and a bunch of Mandalorians or somebody like that. Actually, the
Yeah.
Mandalorians need to be the good guys. So a bunch of those what the hell are those lizard guys?
Trandoshians.
Yeah, a bunch of Trandoshans, you know? That'd be awesome. That'd be a way better movie. Explosions and what the hell, Stan? Are you having some kind of a malfunction, buddy?
I think just
my day's been hard.
yeah, I think just calling like Dooku's Jedi or Sith or whatever, just call him the Gray would be pretty good, you know.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
You know, instead of having to put Dookie in there. I know Dookie's a joke, but
No, I know. It's just a joke. I thought that was hilarious.
but yeah, just calling him the Gray would be a fucking great order, you know, and that's just all they're
Yeah.
called. And you know, oh, what happened here? Oh, the grave struck again, or some shit like that, you know. Or you know, yeah, we got to call in the Gray to deal with this fucking uprising or some shit, you know. So
By the way, what is the third movie called? Like the third prequel movie?
it is like Revenge of the Sith, I think.
See, all these titles almost make me think that the theory where the Empire's the good guys be true, because it's like Attack, you know.
What do you mean?
Attack of the
You're trying to
Clones?
say it's not true?
No, it
Are
is
you
true. I'm
so
just
fucking-
saying, like,
Are you
it's
some
proof.
rebel sympathizer? You
Attack
piece of
of the
shit.
Clones. Well, think about it. Attack of the Clones. Obviously, that's like the clones are attacking them. Phantom Menace is Anakin Skywalker,
Of course.
you know?
Yeah.
And then Return of the Sith is like they're kind of starting to get their shit together. And then A New Hope is when Palpatine's like, I've got a new apprentice. His name's
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker. We're going to get him here, you know?
And the
Actually,
fucking
A New
rebels
Hope
fuck
is
everything up.
definitely the Death Star being completed. They're like, once this Death Star's done, man, we're gonna just blast some shit. It's gonna be great.
Well, that's why it was something about Blue Harvest, right? So that was like the code name for it or something like that. And so that's you know, fucking Alderaan, just a planet of fucking, you know, filthy rebels. You know, we're harvesting that planet. We're gonna use all the materials to better the rest of the galaxy. Get rid of
Well,
all
how
those
blind
fucking...
is Jimmy Smits? He's literally next to the darkest guy ever. He's watching all this shit unfold, and he's just like, "Yeah, this guy seems totally chill. Seems totally legit. I have no idea who I'm dealing with here." I mean, it's like saying Palpatine was the neighbor next door who was kind of quiet, and you can't believe that he killed like all those women.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep waiting for somebody to be like, Jimmy Smits was the fucking dark side guy.
Oh man. Well, he radicalized his foster kid. I mean, so you got that. Wait, does he survive that? Yeah, he does. He totally does. Did I lose
I don't
you
know.
guys?
I think
okay,
that the
no, okay.
Ahsoka Mace Windu show needs to be a go-ahead operation.
Yeah, well, so we're getting Ahsoka in the next Mandalorian season. So
Yeah, I
that'll be
know that
cool.
they picked Rosario Dawson, which I thought was a pretty good choice of an actress.
Yeah.
you know.
So I'm hoping that they throw some more in from Rebels. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Ezra. It'd be amazing if fucking Thrawn shows up, because Ezra and Thrawn both disappear together. Not as in
Would
like
they go on
you know,
vacation or on a
yeah,
honeymoon or
no,
something?
they end up in the unknown reaches. But you know, and like Ahsoka's like the whole plan was to go find Ezra afterwards. So but it's possible that she'll use the weird time tunnels and stuff like that show up in this series. So
Is Ahsoka in Rebels?
she is.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't got that far.
Yeah, so she
If
shows
my
up
internet
in-
worked better, I would watch it. Plus, Kelly is not a fan of Star Wars animated series.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so she shows up in that, and then she's supposed to show up in Mandalorian, and it'll be awesome. I think she's one of my favorite force using people in the series. I think she's just got a cool story. And
I hope she's
It's
there
really
for
cool
one
that-
episode. I mean,
Yeah, no, I do
like
not-
the
yeah,
idea of having
yeah,
her there,
definitely.
But I
do not
want
want
this to become. Oh, look! I'll use my force powers to solve every problem, and then
Well,
they got to
yeah.
overly complicate the villains to deal with the overblown force powers.
Yeah, especially since the guy, fucking Moff Gideon is not a force
Wait,
user. He just
maybe
happens
if
to
she's a
have the fucking
drunk.
thing.
Wouldn't it be badass, like just for a story, if you seen her and she just like crumbles and turns into a drunk? and she can barely use her force powers because she's just loaded all the time.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Like to have, makes her a little bit more of a real person instead of like a super perfect Jedi asshole.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm hoping that what she'll do is show up. She'll help the Mandalorian deal with Moff Gideon and his forces, and take the Darksaber back to the Mandalorians, back to Sabine or whatever, and because it's obviously been stolen somehow. So between the time that Darth Maul had it and all that shit, so
it'll be
and
cool
then that'll be
if
it.
Darth Maul showed up.
Well, he definitely won't. He could show up as the Force Ghost, I guess. Of
Is he
some
already
sort.
dead?
He is definitely dead. Because I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure the timeline. But I'm pretty sure the Mandalorian takes place after Rebels and all that stuff. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, it definitely takes. Okay, he has to already be dead because, spoiler alert, Obi-Wan kills him, and
Yeah.
Obi-Wan is already dead because the Empire has fallen. So that means
yep,
he's already had his face off. So he's definitely dead.
Yeah.
Damn it! Wait,
But-
maybe he faked his death like he did before. Oh,
What I'm thinking is maybe we'll see Maul in the Obi-Wan series that's supposed to be coming out on Disney Plus. Because it's supposed to take place. I'm assuming it'll take place in that time between between him taking Luke to the fucking the people on Tatooine, what the Lars and all that stuff.
yeah.
His fucking aunt and uncle. I assume it's going to take place in that time period between him dropping the kid off and kind of watching him and all that stuff. So that would be cool to have him and Maul have some face off somewhere. Like, because that Obi-Wan did not stay there the whole fucking time. What the fuck's he doing?
Well,
He's
I
just,
don't know if they could actually have him in there because in the Clone Wars series, that's when he's like, "Oh my God, you're still alive?"
Is he surprised that he's alive?
Yeah,
Oh, is he? God damn it. Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe then. We just need a fucking Maul TV series then. Just give us a Maul series.
He's one of the coolest characters. And
Or
they
go back to
don't do anything
fucking-
with it.
Give us
Like,
the
what are
fucking
they
Han
doing?
Solo. Give us the Han Solo movie prequel or sequel. I mean, then.
I mean, they got
threw it
General
in there.
Grievous, and he gets like 2 fucking seconds of screen time, and he's a scary motherfucker with his like super arms.
Yeah.
And like Clone Wars, he's great in live action that shit and collect the dollars.
Yeah.
He's the first robot villain who's super fucking scary.
Yeah.
Aside from RoboCop's foes, maybe I'll have a RoboCop Grievous, showdown.
RoboCop wouldn't stand a chance, dude.
Stop! I'll kill you dead at 5. Murphy powering down.
Yeah.
Murphy out.
But okay, so we need the Solo sequel movie, or just like split it off and call it Maul, something like that, and just have that
Who owns
movie.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Trek, that's CBS.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't Viacom own CBS? And then Disney and Viacom are one company. Anyways, here's what I want to see. I want to see Grievous fucking fighting somebody and Kirk beamed down. And Grievous is like, "I'm going to kick your..." And you see him get like beamed into a million pieces. And he's like, that wasn't that bad. Or Data kicks his ass. That'd be cool.
So CBS is still split. It's not.
Damn
There is a Viacom connection there, but it's split.
It's
they're
only
owned
a
by
matter
something
of time.
called National Amusements Theaters.
Well, it's only a matter of time before North Central Positronics buys them out.
That's right.
That's what Disney's going to change their name to.
Oh, man. They got to buy a Warner Brothers soon, so they can have the Harry Potter stuff too.
Oh, that'd be.
Got to get the snitches in. All right. So what rating did you guys give this?
I gave this movie, sadly, 2.5 stars.
Good, because I don't feel too bad about my choice. 2.5 stars.
Yeah, it's just the dialogue. Like, there's so much about it that could have been improved. The dialogue.
Should I go lower? No.
I mean, it's like there was not like the saving grace are Obi-Wan, Jango Fett fight.
Yoda.
I'm getting
Oh.
there. The Geonosian fight scene with all the Jedi, and then the Yoda Dooku face off.
Yeah,
That's it.
very
I
much so.
mean,
And it's sad that it's like the only good parts of this movie are the fucking fights, because they could have definitely had some cool shit besides that. They just didn't.
yeah.
You know, there are cool parts in other movies that aren't fight scenes, but
Well, they're like-
that's not this movie. There are no cool parts that are not the fight scenes in this fucking thing.
It's like this is a two-part movie. They have stupid love story, overly dramatic, even bad for what is it, soap operas.
Yeah.
And then they have some laser sword fights, and it's like, guys, you could do this with some looks and some whatever. I mean, you don't need all this fucking exposition about if we are in love, we'll draw the galaxy asunder
Okay,
with our love.
I have a request for you now, Eric. You need to write a love story.
Is Eric going to do a fanfic of Star Wars
Yeah.
stuff?
It could be Star Wars related. It's just
jeez.
I just want her.
It's gonna be
dialogue.
it's gonna be a lusty Twi'lek story, like fucking the lusty Argonian from Elder Scrolls. I want you
the
to write,
Twi'lek
Eric. I want you
named
to write a
Holodeck
lusty Trandoshan story. All right.
Yeah.
I gave this movie 3 stars. It's still Star Wars, all right. I'm not proud of it, but I like Star
If it
Wars.
wasn't Star
I
Wars,
like
Yours
parts
probably
of
for your
it.
legs.
This would be like
If
a
this
one.
wasn't Star
It'd be like a
Wars, this
one
would
and a
be
half
like
star.
1 star. I
Yeah.
mean, this is bad.
Yeah. Like the next
And
one. At this point, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm sure I'll look at this. I will not look at this because I'm not going to rewatch this after this is posted. But next year, when we watch Revenge of the Sith, right now I'm saying that Revenge of the Sith is definitely the best out of these 3, and it's one of my favorite Star Wars movies besides like original stuff. Just because from what I remember right now, it's really good. For the most part, the dialogue is still shitty and stilted and all that crap. But I remember really liking it, and now I'll bet you in a year I'm gonna go, what the fuck is this bullshit? This thing sucks. When we watch that,
I mean, I remember a lot of the dialogue. I just watched it not that long ago, and it's a lot better than this.
yeah,
Somebody at some point went, wait a second, what are they saying to each other? What are you doing, Lucas? Like there's barely any buddy cop stuff between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
well,
and
that's
the
what I
stuff in
really
this-
like about the fucking animated series is that buddy
Yeah.
cop stuff that they've got going.
Yeah.
So
And in this, it's really weird. Like it doesn't make any sense.
it's like
You know,
it's like Anakin
It's
hates him
all
and loves him at
whiny
the same
bullshit. Yeah.
the whole time.
Like I just want to slap that kid in the face and be like, if you didn't
Yeah.
have the Force, you'd get your ass kicked by everybody doing anything ever. Because here's the thing, you can't be awesome at stuff and be a giant whiner. It doesn't work that way.
No.
Do you see Palpatine crybabying or Yoda or Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon or Duke? No,
Fuck, you don't even see
crybaby whining
Vader.
action.
You don't even see Vader do that until they start making the new
And
movies.
Vader's in a goddamn fucking suit that
Yeah.
Palpatine engineered to be mega painful and crappy, so that he's basically can't win against Palpatine anymore. He did that shit on purpose. And then Vader's such a Vader can build a fucking protocol droid, but he can't make himself a new body.
It's very
What the
true. Like
fuck?
why couldn't he make himself something new?
Yeah, why not? What
So
an idiot.
in this,
I think he's a fake.
it's not actually
I don't think
Anakin
that's
under
the
there.
real Vader.
Yeah, it's
No.
not yeah, it could be. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I didn't see James Earl Jones under that fucking costume when they
I
takes his
didn't
helmet
either.
off, so it's bullshit. One more thing. Do you feel bad for Jar Jar Binks because he's totally ostracized after he makes the Emperor into the Emperor?
No, I mean, I feel bad for him. Yeah.
Because he full on is the reason that the Emperor that Palpatine becomes the Supreme Chancellor and then becomes
No,
the
he's
Emperor
not.
in the next
Anybody
thing.
in his position would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Except for Mace Windu and Yoda. Those are the only two who would have been like, I don't play by your rules. I mean, maybe, actually McClane from Die Hard definitely wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Superman would have been like, let's make him the guy. hell yeah, man, let's get this guy. We have to do it. It's the right thing to do. Then Palpatine would have showed his true colors, and he'd be like, laser eyes.
But
Now
then
you're half
so
dead.
then he ends up back on Naboo and ends up being ostracized and like shit on by the humans and other adults. He's not allowed to go back to the Gungans. They all he's been exiled basically because of his role in making Palpatine the leader.
Why
the
doesn't
Emperor.
he just go somewhere else? Nobody knows who
He's
he just change his
dumb.
name and say.
He's
But they
stupid.
think, how
not
is he in
intelligent.
that position at that intelligence level?
Because
Are they just having
they
him in
felt
there
bad
because
for-
he's a Gungan? That's fucking stupid.
Well, very much so. He's like the junior representative of Naboo, and I think that the fucking Gungans are like, we have to get rid of Jar Jar. How do we do this? Oh, let's make him a senator. Let's send him up there, and he can
So
just
they
be
take
the
a
other
school
senator.
from our government where they're
Yes.
like, oh, let's promote the assholes to the top.
Yeah, they wanted to get rid of him, and then he
God
eventually
damn.
goes back to Naboo, and everybody hates him. Still, they all hated him before. They extra hate him now because he made the fucking empire happen. Anyways, next week's movie is Kelly's choice. What are you going to choose, Kelly?
I chose Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I
God, fucking Jack Black is awesome.
You know what? I want to see Jack Black in a Star Wars movie.
I want to
Or
see.
a TV
I want to
show.
see him in the Mandalorian, man.
See,
He
sign
could
me
be
up
the-
to
he
watch
could be
that.
the mechanic. He could be his like quirky mechanic who just bumbles and fucks shit up and is
Well,
just goofy
That's like what
and takes care of the kid. And he's always comes
I
through
have a hard
right
time
at
watching
the
some of
end.
these movies. They're just like, hey, you want to go on? Like they just talk monotone. It seems like there's no like real like.
What are you talking about? Anakin had some of the least monotone dialogue ever. I love you. Call me darling.
No, I mean
Please.
there's no comedic like at all. I have a hard time following movies. I'm not saying that movies should only be funny. I'm not like that. But if you can you can
need
toss it in.
comedy in there.
Yes, you can toss
Yeah.
it in. It is it's not the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I like the.
I mean, you don't want that
interaction-
in like a Holocaust
no,
movie.
ew, no.
You don't want comedy in there. Like you
No.
don't want to see the guy like the poor hungry Jew trip and fall, and everybody be like, a
Eric.
laugh track in the background.
No,
Whip him.
Eric. No, it's not. Dude,
I feel like
you're
Mel
too
Brooks
far.
could have probably made that funny.
Didn't he?
Mel Brooks
Didn't he
could.
make a movie like that?
Yeah, it's called Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm thinking like, so Jeb, I don't remember his name still, but like Jack Black could have been great in that role. Like that's the kind of
Yeah.
guy that needs to be the mechanic for the Mandalorian. He needs to be that big like alien dude in a practical suit running around like just being a fucking crazy.
I think
Jack
you're gonna
Black
miss
dude.
out on a lot of face expressions. I think having him just as a regular dude, and just having his crazy face stuff he does, and letting him be basically Nacho Libre in space.
I mean, Eric, you
Or-
watched the Ninja Turtles. Don't you remember the facial expressions on those Ninja Turtles? And that was in the fucking early 90s. They could do way better now with the fucking costumes. Come on. We could get
They
full on
definitely
Jack
can.
Black, alien face, and
Maybe.
totally express just as much. It would be amazing.
yeah,
Make him one of
what
those
kind
little
of
monkey
alien
guys.
would he even be?
Make him one of those little monkey guys.
I want to see him as a big fat guy.
Well, no, he like, what the fuck is the guy's name? I gotta look at what this guy's name is. It was Dak or something like that, right? Dex.
Oh yeah,
Oh, are you talking about Dex and Rebels?
he's in this movie.
Dexter Jetster. He is it's called a basilisk. Four-armed motherfucker. That's what I want Jack Black to be as the
Oh, okay.
as the Mandalorian's mechanic. He'll have all those crazy arms. He can do crazy shit. It'd be great.
You could take care of the child.
You can take care of the kid while fixing the machine because he's got extra arms.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be cool. Be a nice
He'd be a
change.
jack of all trades.
That's
Nice.
right.
I was really hoping they'd have IG-88 come and be or IG, whatever the hell that one was. You know, that rope before he
Yeah.
got blown up. I was kind of hoping he would be the sidekick, They had like a perfect thing where he's like the nanny droid and he'd fucking just murk people coming after the child and you could have
Yeah.
all that.
IG-11.
Yeah, IG-11. But
Well, I
nope.
mean, we've got to have more of those IG robots just so we can have Taika Waititi in there.
Yeah.
We just need him more. All right, guys. So next week we'll be watching Nacho Libre. Also, this whole week I'm gonna do my best to stream something Star Wars or put a video of Star Wars every fucking day. I bought because the fucking PC version, my PC is very old and does not handling running those games very well. So I bought Fallen Jedi on the Xbox so I can stream that or record that or whatever.
Nice.
But I'm going to try to put as many Star Wars video every day this week for Star Wars week. May the 4th is tomorrow. So we got to get that going. Also, Eric and I will be streaming as long as he can get stuff working. Battlefront on which day? Tuesday or Wednesday? Which one do you want to do?
Probably Tuesday because I'll be up here for sure on Tuesday.
Okay, so we'll stream Tuesday 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. We'll hopefully be able to get into matches, and Eric will not have problems with his internet. That's what we're saying right now. I'm using my Jedi powers to say that Eric will not have problems with his internet. I'm using the mind trick on his internet right now. And then the rest of the week, I will be streaming something Star Wars. I think, okay, so Wednesday, I think Jason and I are going to try to play some Halo, but I will try to record a video of Fallen Jedi, and put a video of Star Wars that day also. So
It's too bad you guys didn't have Republic Commando.
I do have Republic Commando. It makes me nauseous, and it didn't do very well last time we put it out anyways. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I recorded about half the game and put out a couple of videos, and nobody watched it. So figure if I'd play a new game, maybe people will watch it.
Yeah, that's
if you guys
a good
want me to
idea.
play more Star Wars stuff, you got to leave comments. You got to like. You got to subscribe. You got to hit the bell button. Also, let's put this thing up so everybody knows all the shit
Tell
that's
Steve
going
he needs
on.
to wear that hat the whole time, even when it's 105
It is so
degrees
fucking
in
hot
the
right
house.
now. I am sweating. You can't really see it because of the way, but like with the light on and the hat on, it's really hot. It sucks. But it's not even that hot out right now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure, mixer.com/Turketer, and twitch.tv/Turketer Plays. You can also go to youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. Follow us on Twitter at HAP Gaming. Follow me on Twitter at Turketer. Follow Eric on Twitter at
Quick and severe.
Kelly on Twitter at
Sugar Snuggles.
Jason on Twitter at Unbelievable One, and Ricky on Twitter at Furry Twitter Balls. Also, email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hapgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at hapgaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/Turketer Plays. Also, there are donate links in there, so if you hit the donate link, buy me a taco or whatever Star Wars, like buy me some blue
Send him
milk.
a Star Wars movie or a book.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs tacos for this coming Taco Tuesday. It's on Tuesday on Cinco de Mayo. Like, come on.
That's
That's
right.
the day to eat tacos.
That's
Buy him
right.
some tacos.
Plus, we're
Yeah,
going to be
buy me some
watching Nacho Libre. Buy him some nachos next Sunday.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that'll be amazing.
Nacho!
Nacho! Also, I did say it already, but check out Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. Kelly's been doing a lot of work over there. She's been posting stuff and doing funny memes and all that
Funny
shit.
ass memes.
Yeah, so check that out and join us over there. Let's try to get a community going over there. That'd be great. Everybody go and talk to Kelly over there on facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Join us next week as we talk about Nacho Libre, and all next week as something Star Wars will come out every day. I'm promising that now, and I'm hoping I can actually do it. I need to record something tonight to get something going tomorrow. So we'll talk to you guys next week. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.